Maybe you're watching a great movie. Maybe you're in the middle of cooking dinner for your family, right? And the telephone rings and you drop everything and you go to answer it and it happens to be a nuisance caller. Or somebody intruding on your private time in your home. Maybe it's the robocalls. Now with the elections, there's, there's all sorts of people asking for either money. Maybe it's an ex-boyfriend that you just want to block.
Ex-spouse.
This cool device, this is brand new here at HSN. It aired on the Monday Night Show with Adam Freeman and it was a sensation. It's called the Call Blocker, and it's got that 3-inch caller display, really nice and easy to read, 1,200 number capacity. Essentially, if you have a phone line and you have caller ID, you can buy this system and now block all of those nuisance calls that honestly, it's just like they get worse and worse. I was telling Lori, I'm on the National Do Not Call list.
I am too.
I still get a bunch of calls every single day. I'm like, how does this happen?
I had a call from the same number 6 times asking me to complete a short 30-minute survey. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Short 30 minutes.
This is time in my life. I have a new baby. You have 3 babies at home, 2 brand new ones. I mean, we don't have time for this in our lives. This is the ultimate solution to blocking those unwanted calls. You're going to absolutely love this. This sold out completely, as Leslie Ann said in Adam's show. It is the simplest, easiest way for you to buy one device and now never have to deal with nuisance callers again. Those robocalls, the scam callers, the people wanting you to do their surveys, the political calls, all the things that you mentioned. You're going to be able to touch this one button and that caller will never be able to get through again. Now, what I want you to know about this, it's already preloaded with 200 of the worst offenders. Some of the big international call centers all programmed in here. So right out of the box, you will have a reduction in nuisance calls immediately.
You'll notice it the second you connect it.
Immediately. So day one, you're already going to notice because those calls are already blocked. But let me show you what's going on. So we're getting a call right now. So I'm going to go ahead and see who this is. Hello?
Hi, this is Amy from Senator Birch's campaign. I was just calling to see if we could...
Okay, so here's what I did. I don't have to find myself in a situation where I'm trying to be polite to someone or explain to them that my time is valuable. All I do is push the big red button, and now that caller has been blocked. On the screen, you will see the words successful. This is that big, beautiful 3-inch LCD screen. It says successful, and I can see that I had 5 blocked calls before this. Now that was number 6. So in addition to the 200 blocked nuisance callers that are already preloaded, you personally are going to be able to block another 1,000 callers.
Wow.
So now when that person goes to call me again, they're not going to be able to get through to me, to my home, to any of my family members.
See the smile on her face?
They're blocked.
That's how you're going to feel too. It's true. It's like they're getting worse and worse every single day. You could be in the middle of something really important, or maybe even just watching your favorite television show, and that phone rings and you stop everything you're doing to go answer that phone, and what happens? It's a nuisance call. It's a robocall. It's somebody asking you for money. Stop that right now. This is the easiest way to do it. And guess what? Yeah, you see the big red button, you just press the button and it says successful, you've blocked that person. But you don't have to get up from your couch to do this either, right, Lori?
No, you don't have to get up from your couch. So I'm going to show you in just a second so I can scroll through and take a look at all of the different calls that I've blocked from my call blocker. You can go back and unblock any of those numbers if you prefer. So if you realize you accidentally block someone that you do know that you do want to hear from, you can unblock at any time. The other thing I want you to know about this is that you are going to be able to hook this up so easily. It is literally a 2-port system. We're including the cable for you. You're going to plug in one line from the wall and the other line from your phone. That is all there is to it. There's no power. There's no subscription fees, no passwords to remember, no hidden costs, no ongoing charges, nothing ever again with Call Blocker. It's a one-and-done purchase to block the calls that you want to block permanently. That person can never get through and never, ever bother you again.
This is on free shipping and handling. It's under $30 to get it home. Try it out right now. As Lori said, it already comes pre-programmed with 200 known offenders, right? The biggest offenders. And then you can manually go ahead and block an additional 1,000 numbers. You buy this, it's one and done, no subscription fees. As long as you have caller ID, telephone and caller ID, you're set. And you see that big red button? It couldn't be easier. It's one button, you're done. You don't have to figure this out. You don't have to map it out or read the instructions. You press that block now button, doesn't get easier, and you're done. And then, as I was explaining, with with Lori, you don't have to necessarily get up off the couch to do this either. You don't have to go and reach for the big red button because you can do this from your phone.
You can do this anywhere. So if you have a Deck 6 set of home phones like we're presenting coming up, this VTech set is great. You don't have to be right in front of the big red button. You can block from any of your handsets. So it makes it so easy. And this is going to work with any type of phone that you do have. It's going to work if you have voice over IP. We're including everything, including the instructions in the box, so you know exactly how this works and how this operates. It couldn't be simpler. It couldn't be easier. And you only need one. So if I have a 3-handset system or a 5-handset system, you only need one call blocker. So I see we're getting another call here. Let me put it on speaker. Hello.
Yes, is this Lori Leland?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I was calling to see if you had a quick moment to take a survey.
Oh. #2 from any handset, and now that person has been blocked, added to the mix right there, says successful, and now we never have to hear from that person again.
And that's
from the handset.
And I love what you said. You don't get caught in that uncomfortable situation, because some people, my father has no problems. He's like, don't call me again, and he hangs up the phone. Me, I'm just like, I'm sorry, you know, and you don't want to, you're apologizing, and you shouldn't have to apologize in your own home, right? They're the ones bothering you. You're the one that has interrupted what you're doing, watching your TV show, spending valuable time with your family to answer this darn phone. So now, this is the easiest way to prevent those unwanted callers, those nuisance calls, right? As I said, maybe it's just a friend you don't want to talk to anymore, an ex-boyfriend, but I mean, we get so many of these, and no matter what we seem to do, whether you're on the National Do Not Call Registry, whatever it is, they seem to still get through. So today, on free shipping and handling, you can pick up this cool little device, which is pretty much brand new here at HSN. Under $30 brings it home on any of the major credit cards. It is such a cool item. In fact, the backstory is that Adam Freeman found out about it, our very own Adam, found out about it through his mom in England.
In the UK, yes.
She was ranting and raving about it.
It was taking the UK by storm, and she was telling Adam all about it, and he said, I want it for the Monday night show. Can you bring it in the U.S.? And Call Blocker said, absolutely, and this is taking the U.S. by storm now because we're all in that situation. Yeah, I mean, my life is precious. Your time in your life is precious. We don't want to be doing things that we aren't soliciting. We don't want to be solicited to in our very own homes, much less through our telephone line. I mean, it is so obnoxious. It's so annoying. Now with Call Blocker, all you do is push the big red button, and you're going to be able to block that call permanently forever. That person will never be able to get through to you. Now, the great thing, too, is if you change your mind, you can go back in and you can unblock. So here we're showing all the different ones. I just unblocked the one that I got a call from a second ago. But look, I've got 5 different numbers here. I can see them. And what I love about this big 3-inch LCD screen is that this makes my caller ID even larger than it is on my home phone. So with that big screen, you can see everything. As soon as you push the big red button or you press #2 from any of your handsets, you will be able to block that individual. It will say the word successful right here, so you'll know that you've successfully blocked that person, but you never have to deal with them again. And again, no hidden fees, no extra charges, no hidden costs, no passwords to remember.
You don't have to sign up for anything.
No signing up, no registering, no activation, nothing. You take this out of the box, you plug it in 2 ways.
Look,
right here.
Look how easy.
From the wall and from the phone. That's it. We're including one cable for you. Your phone already comes with the cable. You plug it right in, and you are absolutely done with your installation here.
Oh, and you're going to love it.
All of those nuisance calls go away.
You know what's really interesting is that because it's already pre-programmed with some of the nation's biggest offenders, it already comes with 200 numbers pre-programmed.
Pre-installed.
So the second you get it home, immediately you're going to plug this in really easily, and you're going to realize you're going to see an immediate reduction in phone calls. So right away you're going to say, oh wow, it is a little more quiet. But then how wonderful that with the press of one button, doesn't get any easier, you're going to be able to block all of those nuisance calls. And you know, I know that I've been getting more and more and more every single day. It just gets worse and worse, and I tell them I am on the Do Not Call registry, and then they wind up hanging up on me, you know, whatever. But I have to still go through that, still expend the energy of explaining to them or apologizing when I'm in my own home relaxing. So this is the solution to that problem.
This is the solution. And if you're getting these calls, I mean, they could be any number of things. Hello?
Hi, this is Luann from Smith & Thomas Vacuum Cleaning Services. We were calling to see if you needed to get your vacuum cleaner.
Okay, so I don't have to be polite. I don't have to mince words. Unlike your father, is it your father or your father-in-law?
My father.
For me, it's really hard because you don't want to hang up on someone. This is their job. You don't want to be rude. I mean, the other day I went to kind of act like the signal was bad.
Hear you.
And then I push the button, but you're not in that awkward situation of having to try to be polite.
Right.
I hated it when I was getting those calls the other day. 6 calls about a survey that someone wanted me to do, and I said to them, I had to explain to this person, I'm on the do not call list, please don't call me. They said, oh, that doesn't apply to us. We're doing a survey.
Yeah, and then they
that's
keep
large.
going. It's like they argue with you, and you're like, oh, I don't know how else to tell you, do not call me. So
it's crazy.
Check out how easy this is. Seriously, one press of a button, under $30 to get this home. Free shipping.
Hello?
Oh.
Hello?
I'd like to talk to Leslie, please.
May I ask who's calling?
That sounds like
Jones.
that sounds like Guy Van to me.
It does sound like Guy.
Block him.
Do you want to talk to him?
It's Mr. Jones.
Block Jones.
Guess what? Mr. Jones?
Later, Guy.
And your creepy voice? Dude, you're never getting through to me again. Never getting through to me again.
I know you, Mr. Jones.
We love Mr. Jones.
We love Mr. Jones. 429-028 is your item number. This is such a cool little device. If you're just tuning into
So
HSN
brilliant.
right now, this is pretty much a brand new product that we have at HSN. It's really only aired on Adam Freeman's Monday Night Show. And if you are a victim of all of those tons and tons of nuisance calls, whether it's robocalls, political calls, you know, people asking for money or charity, and you are just being interrupted day in, day out in the comfort of your home, the privacy of your home, this is the easiest way to do this. As long as you have a telephone and as long as you have caller ID, you pick up this little device, you connect it with the wire that we include in your purchase, and you press the button. The second the person calls you, you press the button. It already comes programmed with 200 of the nation's worst offenders, and then you can manually block up to 1,000 more.
That's right.
Even while you're on the phone with the person, you just press the button. It's that easy. You're going to have such peace in your home, because that's what it feels like. It feels like they're intruding on our privacy.
They are.
They're intruding in our home.
Absolutely.
You have to explain to them, listen, I don't want you to call me, and it's like they argue with you.
Right,
It's
and you
just
feel
so
bad
annoying.
saying that. You don't have to be polite anymore.
Yeah.
You don't have to do one single thing. You push that button, they can call back and try to get through. They will never get through to you ever again. That call has been blocked. And this is great for your parents, for your grandparents. What about scam callers? I know my parents were getting calls a couple of years back about getting computer repairs. My parents were convinced they had a virus on their computer because someone called from an overseas call center and tried to convince them of that fact. And so
Right.
they were asking for $300 to fix my parents' computer. So if you want to protect folks in your life, your parents, your grandparents, from those scam callers, this is a great way to do that too. You push that button, or you push #2 from any handset in your system that's attached to this call blocker, and you don't have to hear from that person ever again. If you make a mistake, if you accidentally block a call that you don't want to block, for example, here's the one we got a little bit earlier, I'm going to be able to unblock that, and now
Unblock
it takes
Mr.
it out.
Jones.
Oh, okay, all right. Are you sure? Are you sure?
We'll unblock Mr. Jones.
All right, we'll unblock
we know
Mr.
who
Jones.
Mr.
There
Jones
we
is.
go. All right.
Brand new for you today. Jump in while supplies last. We really are limited when it comes to a brand new product here at HSN. We only have about 1,000 of these. And so I hope you jump in, because it is something that we're all dealing with. This is something that we're all affected by. And it's a brand new product at HSN that we just can't get our hands on quick enough. So jump on in today. 3 flexible payments. Any major credit card will do. $29.98. Imagine the peace in your home. You're not going to have to drop everything. Maybe you were just making a sandwich for yourself. Maybe you were feeding your grandchild like my mom is doing these days.
Waking the sleeping baby? Stop it.
Stop it.
Go away.
Yeah. 429-028 is your item number.